Hi, my name is Breezy Stevens, and we have been members here at the Living Learning Library for, I believe, 3 months, so pretty new. But my children had a project that they needed to do for their homeschool co-op, and we decided to do historical figures from the Revolutionary War time. And my daughter picked Penelope Barker after reading about her in a book here from the library, and my son Johnny picked Benjamin Franklin. And it was interesting. I teach the younger grades in our co-op for U.S. government, and it was interesting to see all of the presentations and also to witness my children's presentations, and especially in the younger kids. Much of it you could tell was just regurgitated facts that they actually didn't remember. They had to have their little note cards or their paper in order to remember. They weren't really able to answer a whole lot of questions about their topic beyond what they had written down. Whereas I know that my son was able to answer questions, and he really related well to the story of Benjamin Franklin and really wanted to learn more about him. And through the books that we read and the stories that he read, he gleaned so much more information about Benjamin Franklin than I ever knew, certainly. And I loved how much he retained from that. And Caitlin was able to find an obscure woman from American Revolutionary history, and her story was incredibly interesting, and it was quite frankly a great resource to have the library to be able to find books that talked about her, because there just wasn't a whole lot of information, but it was a great story to be told. The characters that we can find information on here, I feel like the information that we can find is more interesting generally, so the kids are more interested to learn more about those people. So after they've read, they always want to talk about what they've read. So it's a much more engaging conversation, because it's like, oh my goodness, I didn't know this about this person, or I didn't know this about this time period in history, or did you know that they had these things, or this is what they did in order to get water, or something like that. So the conversation has been better surrounding the different topics. So we live in Okeechobee. And earlier in the year, I had made a list of topics that I wanted to cover with the kids in school. And I went to the library to look for books on things like Thanksgiving, Greece, Greek mythology, things like that. And I couldn't find one book. They didn't have a single book, children's book on Thanksgiving, which I thought was absolutely crazy. It wasn't that they were checked out, it was that they didn't have them. And even I went in the travel section looking for even just like a guidebook on Greece so we could see pictures and read about some of the monuments and things that are there, and they didn't have one. And I realized the county doesn't have as much funding as maybe other counties, but the fact that I couldn't find one book on a single topic out of probably a half dozen that I had brought with me was truly shocking to me. It is 100% worth the drive. Yes. And it's great to come. I mean, my kids always have fun meeting other kids and engaging with other people, and I think even that aspect of it is great as well.